Since the dawn of civilization, humanity has embarked on an endless quest to answer the profound questions about our existence. Who are we? Where did we come from? Where are we going? These inquiries have shaped our beliefs, cultures, and societies throughout history. Among the countless figures who have influenced this journey, one stands out profoundly: Jesus. A man who walked the earth over 2,000 years ago, Jesus carried a powerful message that had the potential to transform minds and hearts. However, if his teachings were so pure and revolutionary, why have they been manipulated and distorted over the centuries? This intriguing question beckons us to explore who would benefit from reshaping Jesus' story and why such alterations would be necessary. The reality of the situation is that the true essence of his teachings has often been obscured by those who seek to control the narrative. Today, as we delve into the enigmatic connection between the Illuminati and the suppression of Jesus' teachings throughout history, we invite you to join us on this journey of discovery. Throughout this video, we will peel back the layers of history that have shrouded these profound truths in mystery. The figure of Jesus became the centerpiece of one of the world's largest religions, yet his original message may have been lost in translation. To grasp the teachings of Jesus fully, we must look beyond the dogmas enforced by religious institutions and dig deep into the heart of his word. We will collectively question the narrative that has been handed down to us, as we seek to uncover the spiritual freedom and direct connection to the divine that Jesus spoke about. But before we embark on this exploration, we need your help. Engaging in this conversation is essential, and your thoughts matter. We would love to hear your perspectives on this topic, so please leave a comment below sharing your insights or any questions you might have. Your feedback helps us grow and enriches the community we are building together. Moreover, if you find value in this content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and your support will be instrumental in making that happen. By subscribing, you will not miss out on the subsequent parts of this deep dive, where we will unravel the truths about the teachings of Jesus and the intricate web woven by secret societies like the Illuminati. Join us as we unveil the hidden truths that many prefer to ignore. The journey has just begun, and as we navigate through this fascinating investigation together, your engagement is crucial to our success. Thank you for being here, and let's open our minds to the revelations awaiting us. Jesus' message transcended the boundaries of time and culture, offering profound insights that challenge the status quo. Contrary to what many institutionalized religions assert, Jesus did not come to establish a rigid doctrine or an oppressive system of rules. Instead, his core message was centered on love, spiritual awakening, and the intrinsic connection that every individual has with the divine. He emphasized that the kingdom of God is not a distant realm, but rather an inner reality accessible to all who seek the truth within themselves. Throughout his teachings, Jesus invited his followers to embrace a personal relationship with the divine, free from the constraints of established religious hierarchies. He encouraged individuals to look within for their answers, stating that enlightenment and understanding were not reserved for a select few, but available to all who earnestly sought. This approach challenged the prevailing power structures of his time, which were heavily invested in maintaining control through fear, guilt, and a strict interpretation of spirituality. The revolutionary nature of Jesus' teachings posed a significant threat to religious leaders and political authorities who thrived on the subjugation of the masses. If people realized they had the power within themselves to connect directly with the divine, the need for intermediaries, priests, religious institutions, and dogmas would diminish. This concept of direct access to spiritual truth was deemed too dangerous to allow, leading to the distortion and censorship of his message shortly after his death. Over the years, various manuscripts and texts that contained alternative interpretations of Jesus's teachings were suppressed, with religious councils deciding what would and would not be included in the official canon. In the pursuit of power, the original intentions behind Jesus's words were obscured, molding a narrative that served the interests of those in power rather than the spiritual liberation of the individual. In doing so, the true essence of Jesus's message has often been lost, buried under layers of doctrine and ritual. Yet, beneath the surface, his teachings continue to resonate with those who question the established norms and yearn for a deeper understanding of themselves and their connection to the universe. As we reflect on the true intentions behind Jesus's words, we are reminded of the importance of seeking a personal and direct relationship with the divine, embracing love and compassion as the guiding principles of our lives. This perspective invites us to explore the unfiltered truths of our existence, challenging us to awaken to our true divine nature. Throughout history, the manipulation of information has been a powerful tool wielded by those in positions of authority. The ability to control the narrative not only shapes public perception but also consolidates power and influence. This manipulation often extends to religious teachings, where the truths meant to liberate the individual are twisted or suppressed to maintain a status quo that benefits a select few. The relationship between secret societies, like the Illuminati, and the broader spiritual knowledge underscores this dynamic. These organizations have often emerged in response to the prevailing control mechanisms that govern society. While some claim to protect ancient wisdom and sacred truths, others utilize that knowledge for their own ends, perpetuating systems of power and control. The Illuminati, for example, is frequently associated with conspiracy theories, painting them as puppet masters orchestrating global events. However, the reality is more complex. Many of these secret societies were initially founded on the principles of enlightenment and the pursuit of knowledge, aiming to challenge the dogmas imposed by mainstream religions and political regimes. By analyzing how information has been curated over centuries, we see a pattern where certain teachings that promote inner exploration and autonomy have been actively suppressed. The early followers of Jesus, who sought to embody his message of love and connection with the divine, often faced persecution from established religious authorities. Texts that diverged from the accepted narrative were deemed heretical, leading to the systematic erasure of alternative viewpoints. This trend is not isolated to Christianity. Similar patterns can be observed in various religious and cultural contexts throughout history. As we delve into the present, we recognize that the manipulation of information is not confined to ancient texts or religious doctrines. Today, we encounter a myriad of media, educational systems, and political rhetoric, all designed to shape public understanding and control the flow of knowledge. Much like in the past, what is presented as truth is often a carefully organized narrative meant to keep the masses distracted or divided. The rise of misinformation and censorship points to a contemporary landscape where the fight for truth continues. The question then becomes, how do we recognize and challenge these information manipulators? Understanding the historical context of information control is a vital first step. by investigating the underlying motives and mechanisms at play, individuals can begin to discern alternative narratives and seek out genuine knowledge. The journey towards reclaiming buried truths requires a commitment to questioning and an openness to explore beyond what is commonly accepted. In doing so, we empower ourselves to break free from the constraints imposed by dominant narratives and reconnect with the authentic knowledge that lies within us all. The process of canonization marks a pivotal moment in the history of religious texts and beliefs, shaping the spiritual landscape for generations. Canonization refers to the formal acceptance and recognition of particular writings as authoritative scripture, an act that fundamentally influences the belief systems of millions. This intricate process did not occur in isolation. It was heavily influenced by socio-political dynamics, power struggles, and the desire to establish a unifying doctrine. As various factions vied for control over religious narratives, certain texts emerged as favored while others were systematically excluded or condemned. In the early days of Christianity, when the teachings of Jesus were beginning to spread, a multitude of writings circulated among various communities. These texts ranged from Gospels and letters to apocryphal works that offered alternative perspectives on Jesus's life and message. However, as Christianity gained traction, especially within the Roman Empire, the need for a cohesive body of scripture became apparent. This was not merely an effort to preserve Jesus's teachings, it was also a strategic move to consolidate theological power and clarify the faith's doctrine, especially in the face of rising heretical movements that threatened to splinter early Christianity. The councils convened during this period played a crucial role in the canonization process. Influential leaders, often aligned with specific theological viewpoints, determined which texts would be deemed authoritative. This selection process was fraught with controversy, as each council's decisions reflected not only theological convictions but also political agendas. The resulting canon often reflected the ideologies of those in power, sidelining alternative interpretations that could challenge the established order. Texts that promoted a more mystical or personal understanding of spirituality, for instance, were frequently excluded in favor of writings that aligned with orthodox doctrines. Consequently, the canonization process had far-reaching implications for how future generations would understand Jesus's teachings and the nature of spirituality. By narrowing the focus to a specific set of scriptures, the early church sought to create a unified belief system but inadvertently stifled a richer, more diverse exploration of faith. The exclusion of various Gospels, including those that present Jesus in a radically different light, diminished the complexity and depth of spiritual discourse. Even today, the ramifications of this selective process are palpable, as many continue to seek out the spiritual wisdom found in these excluded texts. The realization that significant aspects of early Christian thought were omitted or suppressed invites a re-evaluation of the canonical scriptures and encourages a broader exploration of spiritual truths. Understanding the canonization process not only sheds light on the historical context of religious texts but also acknowledges the voices that have been silenced in the pursuit of a singular narrative. Recognizing this historical complexity allows individuals to approach spirituality with a more expansive understanding, acknowledging that the quest for truth can be found in many forms and perspectives. The battle against truth is not merely a contemporary phenomenon, it has been a constant struggle throughout history, manifesting in various forms and contexts. This fight is characterized by the tension between those who seek to uncover and disseminate genuine knowledge and those who strive to control the narrative for their own benefit. At the heart of this battle lies a fundamental conflict over the interpretation of reality, with profound implications for individual freedom, spiritual growth, and societal cohesion. In many instances, the pursuit of truth has been met with fierce opposition from established power structures. These entities often perceive the dissemination of unfiltered knowledge as a direct threat to their authority. Historically, movements that challenge the status quo, whether religious, political, or social, have frequently faced resistance from those who wish to maintain control. The question of who wields the power to define truth has significant ramifications, particularly when it comes to spirituality and the quest for enlightenment. The teachings of Jesus serve as a prime example of this struggle. His radical message of love, compassion, and direct access to the divine posed a direct challenge to the hierarchical structures of religious authority in his time. The pushback against his teachings led to persecution and the eventual institutionalization of religion, where dogmas were enforced to ensure conformity and obedience. In this environment, the authentic spiritual insights that Jesus offered became obscured, replaced by a rigid interpretation designed to maintain control over the masses. This battle against truth can also be seen in the modern era, where the proliferation of information has created a complex labyrinth of narratives. With the advent of the internet and social media, individuals now have unprecedented access to diverse perspectives and alternative viewpoints. However, this democratization of information is met with the same age-old tactics of manipulation and misinformation employed by those in power. The challenge lies in discerning genuine truth from fabricated narratives, a task that often feels overwhelming in a landscape rife with conflicting information. As society grapples with these issues, the importance of critical thinking and self-exploration becomes paramount. Individuals must learn to question prevailing narratives, examine the motives behind the information presented to them, and seek out deeper truths that resonate with their unique spiritual journeys. This quest for authenticity requires courage and dedication, as it often means venturing into uncharted territories that the established powers would prefer remain hidden. Ultimately, the battle against truth is one of resilience and awakening. It calls upon each individual to reclaim their agency, to challenge the constraints imposed by societal norms, and to pursue a deeper understanding of themselves and the world around them. By fostering a culture of inquiry and open dialogue, humanity can begin to dismantle the barriers that keep the truth at bay, paving the way for a more enlightened and compassionate existence. This journey may be fraught with challenges, but it is essential for the collective evolution of consciousness and the realization of our inherent spiritual potential. Awakening and rediscovery have become vital themes in contemporary spiritual discourse, resonating with individuals seeking deeper meaning and connection in a world often filled with distractions and superficiality. As humanity grapples with an ever-accelerating pace of life, marked by technological advancements and an overwhelming flow of information, many are beginning to feel a profound sense of disconnection not only from each other but also from their own inner selves. This awakening represents a collective yearning for authenticity, truth, and a return to fundamental spiritual principles that have long been obscured. People across the globe are increasingly questioning established beliefs and traditional norms, driven by a desire to break free from the confines of dogma. This shift is akin to a spiritual renaissance, characterized by an insatiable quest for knowledge and understanding that transcends the boundaries of organized religion. Individuals are turning inward, seeking personal experiences of the divine and exploring diverse spiritual practices that resonate with their unique paths. This expansion of consciousness allows for a richer tapestry of spiritual exploration, as seekers embrace various philosophies, mystical traditions, and alternative healing modalities that were previously marginalized. At the heart of this awakening is the realization that the true essence of spirituality is deeply personal. It is no longer sufficient to accept doctrines handed down from authorities without question. Individuals are encouraged to engage in their own spiritual journeys, drawing from a wealth of wisdom available in numerous texts, both canonical and apocryphal. The rediscovery of these ancient teachings can lead to profound insights, as people begin to uncover the layers of truth that have been hidden away or distorted by historical events. This process invites a reclamation of the mystical and transformative aspects of spirituality that many mainstream religions have overlooked. As seekers embark on this journey, they often find solace in shared communities that emphasize collective growth and support. The rise of online forums, groups, and social media platforms dedicated to spiritual exploration fosters connections among like-minded individuals who are also navigating their awakenings. This sense of community can be profoundly empowering, as it offers a space for sharing experiences, ideas, and insights that enrich the collective understanding of spiritual truths. Moreover, the convergence of science and spirituality during this era propels the process of awakening. Concepts from quantum physics, neurobiology, and psychology are beginning to align with ancient spiritual wisdom, bridging the gap between the material and metaphysical realms. This integration of knowledge reinforces the understanding that awakening is not just a lofty ideal, but a natural evolution of consciousness that every individual can experience. Ultimately, awakening and rediscovery represent a reclamation of our spiritual heritage, urging us to reconnect with the essence of who we are. In a world that often seeks to define and limit our understanding of existence, this journey invites us to explore the vast potential of our inner beings. As more individuals embark on this path, a collective shift toward greater awareness, compassion, and enlightenment becomes possible, paving the way for a more harmonious coexistence and a profound reimagining of our shared human experience. In reflecting upon the intricate tapestry of spiritual history, the journey through the manipulation of truth, the canonization of religious texts, the battle against misinformation, and the awakening and rediscovery of authentic spirituality reveals a profound narrative of human evolution. This narrative underscores the resilience of the human spirit, which continues to seek truth and meaning despite the myriad forces that attempt to obscure them. At the core of this exploration is the realization that spirituality is not a rigid structure but rather a living, breathing entity that evolves alongside humanity. The path toward enlightenment is neither linear nor easy. It is fraught with challenges, contradictions, and obstacles that stem from both external influences and internal struggles. However, the drive to awaken and rediscover our true selves is inherent in each of us. As individuals grapple with their spiritual identities, they often find themselves drawn to the universal themes that bind humanity: love, compassion, and a deep-seated desire for connection. This journey toward rediscovery compels us to break free from the fetters of conformity and question the narratives that have been handed down to us. Moreover, the recognition of diverse perspectives within spirituality enriches our understanding of truth. Embracing multiple philosophies allows us to draw from a vast reservoir of wisdom that transcends cultural and temporal boundaries. Each person's journey is unique, yet they are all part of a larger quest for understanding and fulfillment. This collective journey fosters a sense of unity, encouraging individuals to support and uplift one another as they seek their own truths. As we move forward, it becomes imperative to engage actively in this ongoing dialogue about spirituality, truth, and the human experience. The more we share our stories and insights, the greater our collective potential for growth and understanding. We are called not only to seek truth for ourselves but to champion the voices of those who have been silenced throughout history. It is an invitation to challenge the status quo, dismantle oppressive narratives, and create spaces where authenticity can thrive. Ultimately, the conclusion of this exploration is not the end, but rather a beginning, a call to action for all who seek deeper understanding and connection. It is a reminder that the pursuit of truth is an ever-unfolding journey, one that is as dynamic and varied as the individuals embarking on it. By embracing this journey together, we can reclaim our spiritual heritage, cultivate compassion for one another, and ignite a transformative awakening that transcends the limitations of our past. In this ongoing quest, the light of truth will beckon us forward, illuminating the path toward a more harmonious and enlightened existence. In an era defined by rapid change and profound uncertainty, a call to action resonates resoundingly among individuals yearning for deeper meaning and connection. This awakening is not merely a personal revelation, it represents a collective opportunity to redefine our relationship with spirituality, truth, and one another. Embracing this call entails recognizing the transformative power each person possesses to shape not only their own spiritual journey but also the broader world around them. At the heart of this movement lies an invitation to challenge the conventional narratives and rigid structures that have historically dictated our understanding of spirituality. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, we must become vigilant seekers of truth, committed to investigating the depths of our beliefs while remaining open to diverse perspectives. This journey begins with a willingness to ask questions, explore alternative viewpoints, and engage in meaningful conversations that promote understanding and growth. Our collective empowerment is further amplified when we unite in this quest for authenticity. Building supportive communities, whether online or in local settings, encourages dialogue and fosters connections among those who share similar aspirations. By sharing experiences and insights, we can cultivate a rich tapestry of knowledge, drawing from the wisdom of varied traditions and philosophies. This collaborative spirit not only enhances individual understanding but also illuminates the path forward for the entire community. The significance of personal responsibility also plays a crucial role in this call to action. Each of us must engage actively in our spiritual practices, prioritizing self-exploration, mindfulness, and compassion. By nurturing our inner lives, we cultivate the ability to approach the world with empathy and understanding, creating a ripple effect that can inspire action beyond ourselves. As we embody the principles of love, compassion, and acceptance, we become agents of change, challenging oppressive narratives and fostering healing in both ourselves and society. Additionally, advocating for the voices that have been marginalized throughout history is essential to this renewed focus on truth. By amplifying these perspectives, we enrich our collective understanding of spirituality and honor the diverse experiences that contribute to the human condition. This commitment to inclusivity fosters an open environment where everyone is encouraged to share their insights, ultimately leading to a more profound collective awakening. In conclusion, the call to action urges us to embrace our roles as seekers, creators, and sharers of truth in an interconnected world. As we awaken to the possibilities that lie ahead, we are invited to take bold steps toward healing, understanding, and unity. By engaging in this transformative journey together, we can rediscover the richness of our shared spiritual heritage, pioneering a new path defined by authenticity, compassion, and collective growth. The time to answer this call is now. Let us step into the light of truth and embark on this extraordinary journey together.